I do know. We do have some interesting cars here, and we'll have them running in just a second. I'm not sure how much you can hear me up the hill, whether we've got that wrong. We have it up and running, that's good. We have a parade of interesting and significant Alfa Romeos, and the first car in the queue behind the pace car, being driven by a friend of mine, Keith Booker, long-standing member of the Alfa Romeo Owners Club. This car belongs to Gordon McCulloch, and it's a car that has South African history. Spent most of its life in South Africa. Was a competition car from very, very early on in the 1960s through the 1970s, up until about 1980. Went to Europe, was in Germany, Holland, and fairly recently has come to the UK. We think it might have been a colour that was coded for the South African market. But of course everybody has got these PZs, which were first built 1963, have the red, or most of them are. So it's really nice to see this car in its original pale green colour. Just behind the PZ is another car with interesting history. It's the other car I'm driving in the competition class. That's my Suzuki Outlaw. And that's the 1957 Giuliana Sprint Veloce. That's the car owned by Jimmy Collins, my longtime friend and colleague, and we share that car. It's a car that was sent out in component form in 1957 to Mexico, sold through a dealer called Autosport SA in Mexico City, to what Fred Van Buren. So Van Buren's a three-generation racing family in Mexico, and Fred Van Buren had several lightweight Giulianas, and then you have this car, which is not a lightweight, and he used this in South American races and in Mexico, and it is retuned. We're still working on the provenance of this. We're working on it, we're not creating it, we're working on it, and we guessed that this car was driven on a couple of occasions by Pedro and Ricardo Rodriguez. So it's a very, very interesting car. Peter and I had it out at Monza for the Coppa Inter Europa in June, where we ran it together for the first time, and we're very, very fortunate to not only drive at Monza, but win our class in the Podium. It was a lovely, lovely 53-year-old Giuliana Sprint. Much more modern car, 156, essentially a recreation of one of the 156 touring cars from the 1990s. Although I say that with some qualification because there's quite a lot of Lord Auto technology in it, a lot of the original 156 racing technology in this car. This is Steve Dimmick's car. We were hoping to have the sister of the ex-Gabriele Tarquini car here this weekend. That's racing at Brands Hatch today. I now understand I might not make it tomorrow, but this car is identical to that. And let me just mention a few of them while I got the chance. We've got a lovely pre-war car. We've got the 1929 Alfa Romeo 1750 Big Sport. Harold Corley, venerable car, has driven for over 40 years. A car that I understand is now very publicly there. So it's the 100th anniversary of Alfa Romeo, which is celebrations all over the world. We just started in January in Australia and New Zealand, and culminated in the last Harold Corley is a junior Legato, and somebody in junior Legato. Montreal from 1970, and a GTC, very rare, Giulia Bertoni convertible. Just off the starting line, Robbie Webb in the spectacular and wonderful 1900. Another very rare, we're about to So that's the parade going up the hill. Alfa Romeo truck. These cars, as you can imagine, were built for utility and they were built for Italy. Very few of them survive the weather outside of the dry climate. It's great to see James have his Fergoni Romeo sedan here. I think tomorrow we will also see a special Alfa Romeo made a Jeep called the 1900 Batter, and we should be seeing that sometime tomorrow. Hey, I think that's our parade for today. It's lunch break time, so we'll take a break and then practice starts after lunch.
Yeah. James away.
Come on, James, give us a wave.
Hi, James.
Come on, James, wave.
Woo!
Don't stand up.